Hello, and welcome back to a incredibly long overdue episode of Wrap It Up Wednesdays on Adventures with Piccadilly. I have been MIA from the channel for a while, for which I apologize, and I'm excited to get back to it. So today, I am going to be showing you a fun representation of pigtail braids that you can do with scarves rather than having your own hair exposed. So I will be I'm wearing a Rapunzel signature shaper and two Israeli tickles, but you could use any square or other small scarves. So you're gonna start with the color you want to see less of. So I'm going to start with the purple or pink or whatever color this is. And then with the tag, you're gonna wanna make sure that that tucks away. So you want it to be on the shorter of your triangle sides. I hope that makes sense. Like, it's a big square. And then I'm gonna bring the corner with the tag together to make one big right angle triangle with the tag here. And we'll align the front or the long edge, or however you want to call it, making sure that my sides are generally even. It doesn't have to be, mathematically exact, but close enough. And then I'm going to take the middle point and flip it up and then tie the two tails in the back loosely, leaving a gap here so that when I flip around your shoulder, so that then when I flip the middle tail back under and tuck it, it all tucks away very cleanly. Tuck it all up into the bottom, pull my tails tight. Now, I very frequently will just wear this wrap this way. It's a nice, easy way to do it, one of my preferred ways. I've especially been kind of defaulting to it a lot recently, just out of convenience, but we're gonna keep dressing it up. So I've got my first square scarf ready, and then we're gonna repeat the process exactly the same again. So we have the tag on the right angle side, going to align. And you can leave as much or as little of the underneath second scarf visible in the front as possible. It's basically just gonna make it look like a little headband. I'm gonna leave a pretty decent amount because I think it's fun that way. But it's totally up to you. Again, you're gonna have more or less equal sides. Bring the center point a little bit more equal sides. Center point up, tie the two longer edges. At this point, whichever handed you are, you'll end up with your knot on the previous one, like one kind of up, one kind of down. I like to pull the up one out of the way. I think it's just easier. It's totally up to you, whatever makes the most sense for kind of the space you have back there. Because with two knots and all the tucking, you do end up with a decent amount of like lower neck stuff, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pull my, make sure to keep your 3 points separate. Pull the sides to the front, bring my third point, tuck underneath, and tighten. Once you get to this stage, you can spend a little time, tucking and making sure everything's kind of sitting where you want it to, because you've done most of the structure. So now I have two square scarves with the tails. For some reason, this navy one is a lot larger than the pink. I think it's because I've worn it a lot more, so it's a little bit more stretched out. but it's not gonna make a difference. So from here, again, you could totally leave it just like this and just have 4 little danglies, or, you know, put them in the back or bring them around the top. You have so many options. But what I'm going to show you is rope twists, which are like a faux braid. So I'm gonna take one of my 4 tails and twist it in either direction, totally up to you, but make sure you pay attention to it, because when you get to the second one on the same side, you need to turn it the same way. So I'm turning both of them, I guess, clockwise, if that helps, all the way kind of as tight as they'll go. So I've got my 2 clockwise turned tails. And then I'm going to twist them together in the other direction, so counterclockwise. And as you can see, that's what gives you this really pretty sort of rope twist or faux braid. And then when I get to the end, you can use a rubber band or a hair tie or whatever. I just like to, let me see if I can show you this. Okay, so I hold on to the shorter one, wrap the longer one around my finger, and then slip the longer tail through the hole or the loop I just made and pull it so it stays tight on the shorter one. So I'll show you all of that again, luckily, because there are 2 sides. Some twisting one of the tails, and I am in fact twisting this opposite. So I'm now doing the first step as twisting counterclockwise, and then I'll twist them together clockwise. Play around with it, see what you think looks best, or just randomly pick one, which is how I just did, I promise. But once you've got them pretty tight, take them and twist them back together in the opposite direction. You see me use rope twists on my channel a ton, if you've been here for a while. So this is just using a different kind of style, I guess, of the same technique, rope twist, to get a slightly different look. So I tied that knot, longer one around the shorter one, and there you have it. So I think this is fun. They kind of look like pigtail braids, as I was saying, but they also are perfect for kind of flipping away, or you've got some great options about bringing them up and around. Lots of fun, lots of different things to play with. Please show me what you do with it. Enjoy.